Yo! What's up, everyone? As you can tell, we started a little late. Nico's internet just went out. I think someone sabotaged his internet, everyone. But we are Simply Bitcoin. We're still going to give you the show. It's your boy Opti. It is Tuesday, November 22nd, and we are Simply Bitcoin. We will give you, well, today it'll just be the culture, the memes, and everything around it that we usually do. We're going to have to cut it short on the news today because I didn't prepare for Nico's job. But the show don't stop, and we're going to continue to give you guys the show that you guys love so much. So hopefully Nico figures out his internet. He literally just showed me, like, we were talking, I don't know, 10-15 minutes ago, and then his internet cut out, guys, and he showed me his someone sabotaged his internet box, guys. So we're still going to keep you guys the show, give you guys the show that you guys normally do. This is definitely going to be a little different show than usual, but we do have a guest today, so we're going to just continue on the show as usual. The show don't stop. Anyways, TC, what's up, bro? How are you doing today?
I'm doing great. I hope your connection's okay too, Opti. It cut out
TC's
a little bit there for me too.
Either.
I'm here.
TC, are you here?
Yes, sir. I am here.
We are live. It's not working either. Let's see what's going on. Yeah, I don't blame you guys. Hold on. TC, jump back in. Pop back out.
Can you hear me?
Hopefully we can get this show to go.
Hello.
Yes, there is technical issues today. Nico's internet is out. And TC, we can't hear you, bro. I can't hear you. Jump back in. The demons are attacking Nico's internet. Anyways, hopefully TC can get in here. TC, are you there? Because we are going to be doing TC in the culture. So we'll see if we can even, you guys can hear TC, but I can't. Oh, here we are. TC, what's good? Are you there, TC?
Yes, sir. I'm here. Can you hear me?
Okay, we're here. All right, guys. Apparently you guys could hear him the whole time. But anyways, let's jump into this. Obviously, this is going to be a little different than usual, but the show don't stop, so we're gonna continue this. And
let's fucking go.
Yeah, you guys will like this one. Anyways, here we go. Let's get into this, guys.
The Bitcoin numbers.
Brought to you by NODL. At this point, you should be running your own Bitcoin node. If you don't use your own Bitcoin node, you're trusting someone else's. Run your own version of Bitcoin Core, the Lightning Network, Whirlpool, and Dojo, all from the comfort of your own home. And if you're a digital nomad, you have absolutely no excuse because now you can run a NODL through a virtual private server. Visit nodl.eu today.
All right, let's go, boys and girls. We are here. The show don't stop. All right, this is going to be a good one. This is going to be a good one. Of course, guys, we will be back hopefully tomorrow with our normal show. Hopefully Nico figures out his internet, but he literally just got sabotaged. Anyways, before we get into it, guys, we're at block height 764,297, and the current Moscow time, aka the sats per dollar, is 6,190, which means that the Bitcoin price is at 16,156 according to Clark Moody's dashboard right now. And you know, some of these other numbers, this is my favorite number. The percentage issued, total Bitcoin issued, is 91.49%. The market capitalization is only at 310 billion. Remember when we were touching that $1 trillion market cap? Well, we are racked out here. And as Nico always says, you know, the Bitcoin realized monetary inflation, taking the dollar to school, is at 1.77%. I forget what all these other numbers are that we talk about usually. But hey, this is my show today, so we're just going to continue to get on with the signal. TC, are you there, bro? All right, guys.
Yes, sir. I'm here.
All right, cool. Well, we do have a numbers video for you guys. This is a special one. You guys, I know you guys have all seen this one, but it's a continuation of what everyone's feeling right now in the Bitcoin world. So let's just get into this video, and then TC and I will riff on it for a moment.
This one time, Bitcoin went from 6 cents all the way to 36 cents, and then it crashed down to 21 cents. And then another time, Bitcoin went from 85 cents all the way to 20 $9, and then it crashed to $3. And then another time, Bitcoin went all the way to $213, and then it crashed all the way to $70. And then another time, Bitcoin went all the way to $1,100, and then it crashed all the way to $239. So the moral of the story is, don't buy Bitcoin, because you know it's going to crash again.
All right, guys. I know you guys have all seen this video, but I think it's worth re-emphasizing what is going on right now in the Bitcoin market. Yes, we have, this year we've seen how many exchanges and lending platforms blow up. We had Celsius, we had Three Arrows Capital, we have Voyager, we have Genesis happening now, and we had the mega collapse of FTX. And as Bitcoiners, especially if you've been around for a while, it's just same day, new toilet. Bitcoin price is down, so what? We say it all the time on this show. It's not about the price, it's about the fundamental values of Bitcoin. And fundamentally, nothing has changed in Bitcoin here except for the price fluctuation. Yes, a lot of people have been gambling on Bitcoin. Yes, there's a lot of speculation on Bitcoin. Yes, there's a lot of paper Bitcoin out there, but the fundamentals of Bitcoin have never been stronger. They've never changed here. 21 million hard cap, censorship resistant money. The hash rate is going up. Block is still at all-time high. Block height is still at all-time high. And us Bitcoiners are still shit posting on Twitter. So if you're new to the Bitcoin market, don't get scared out of your position, because this is exactly what is going on. The rumor mill is going wild on Twitter, and people are kind of looking at what's going on in the Bitcoin price right now as what may be one of the best attacks on Bitcoin right now. We had FTX blow up, and it seems like they were in bed with the regulatory authorities, and they were doing a lot of nefarious things. And now the Bitcoin price is tanking. We are under all-time high. And the new Bitcoiner, actually not even just new Bitcoiners, even the seasoned Bitcoiners out there are getting scared because the price is breaking that 4-year cycle right now, or at least quote unquote breaking that 4-year cycle. But as Bitcoiners out here, we know what time it is. We know what is going on out here. Nothing has fundamentally changed out there. If you are not more convicted right now in your Bitcoin position, then you got to do what we tell you to do every single day. You need to double down on your education. It is Bitcoin only education. Go down the rabbit hole and you will understand what TC and I know to be the truth, is that nothing has changed in Bitcoin. And if you watch Simply Bitcoin, then you understand that nothing's changed here. Yes, the price is volatile. Yes, it looks scary out there, but in my opinion, it has never been safer. The risk to reward ratio going on right now in the world, it's never been better. I think it's never been less risky to adopt the Bitcoin standard. And if you are new, this is when Bitcoiners are made. This is when your conviction is tested, and this is when you understand whether you're here for my gains or you're here for the monetary revolution that we talk about every single day. Because no one ever said hodling was easy. Yes, on paper, it sounds easy. Yes, all you have to do is buy Bitcoin. All you have to do is hold. But the psychology of hodling down, I don't even know what the numbers are. We're down at 70, 80, 90%. This isn't our first rodeo as Bitcoiners through these cycles. We've been through these cycles before. If you've been around for a while, you've hodled through 90% downturns. And in my opinion, hey, this is me speculating, I'm not sure how much lower we can go in this bear market. To me, it seems like we are bottoming out, and this is the best time to be stacking Bitcoin. Again, guys, do not get shaken out of your position because of the price volatility. This is when you should be doubling down and stacking more sats, because as we showed you in the numbers segment in the video, this has happened before. Bitcoiners through all these cycles have ridden these waves, and this is where you will be rewarded. It is the glory of hodling through the flames and making it to the promised land that will build your conviction. If you understand what is going on in the Bitcoin market, then you understand nothing has fundamentally changed except for the price volatility. And what's that mean for you out there? It means cheap sats. So continue to stack sats, continue to double down on your education, continue to spread the Bitcoin signal. Because as Bitcoiners, nothing has changed for us. It just means that we get cheaper Bitcoin. So double down, provide the value, stack sats, and life will reward you because number will go up. Remember, there will only be 21 million Bitcoin. And as I just showed you in the numbers, 91% of all the Bitcoins have been put out in the system, guys. So nothing's changed for us. Just continue to stack. I know Nico's not here, but Bitcoin don't stop. So the show don't stop, guys. Anyways, TC, what's your thoughts on that video? And what are you feeling on the sentiment right now going on in the world and in the Bitcoin price?
Man, 100. I like everything you said. So this one time, Bitcoin went all the way up to 69,000, and then it crashed all the way down to 15,000. So, you know, what's happening here, if you pay attention to that video, and that's why I still can't tell if that's totally deadpan or if it's satire, but every time it crashes up, it's a higher high, and every time it crashes down, it's a higher low. So that's what's happening here. People are always FOMOing in when it's crashing up. People are always getting filled with FUD and running for the exit doors when it's crashing down. The price only tells you so much. You know, the price is just telling you what the active trading participants at the moment think. So again, if you're a hodler, that's all irrelevant. If you're hodling for the long term, the price crashing down is an incredible opportunity. You know, how many people, when it was up at 50, 60,000 last year, thought they would have an opportunity to buy below 20 again? So it's really just opportunity staring you in the face, and it tests your conviction. But this is why people need to understand Bitcoin better. They need to understand that this is not just a price. You're not holding some shiny rock and hoping for the price to go up. You're holding an absolutely verifiably scarce piece of a brand new, independent, decentralized monetary network. And, you know, when you look at all those stats that you rattled off at the numbers section, this is telling you TikTok next block. These transactions are going through. They continue to be confirmed on average 10 minutes, regardless of how much hash power. The hash power just is on a tear, increasing as the people mining are, you know, furiously trying to compete to get access to the remaining newly issued Bitcoin. So this is the real deal. This is what's happening. Is you're not holding a shiny rock. You're holding an asset that no one can take from you, and that nobody can censor you when you want to send it or spend it, and that is independently, absolutely verifiable by yourself. You don't have to trust anyone that what you have is real. So those are the things that don't change. The price doesn't have any bearing on any of that. And there's a whole lot more really interesting data that shows you that at any moment in time. You can look and you can see this thing is alive, and it's ticking, and it's doing what it promises that it would do every single 10 minutes. So that's what I got to say. And that's part of the reason that I made my little project that we'll talk about.
Perfect, man. And I just want to reiterate a few things. Hold on. Before I get into it, you already know. We got to give you the horns and the bars, because first and foremost, you hit the nail on the head, guys. As a Bitcoiner, you know, as someone that watches the price, I don't even look at the Bitcoin price unless we're, you know, giving you guys the historical timestamps in this show. But if you zoom out long enough, you understand one thing. The Bitcoin price seems to crash upwards consistently. Number goes up. It's not just a meme. It's because we know what is going on. The hard cap supply of Bitcoin, the 21 million Bitcoin, it's going to inevitably go up because there is not enough Bitcoin to go around. And if you're holding any Bitcoin, the more people that come into Bitcoin, the higher the number will go up. This is not speculation. This is just the basic economics of what's going on in the world. But to another point, you said it best, TC, and I say this all the time. The Bitcoin price is a real-time pulse reading of people's understanding of Bitcoin. And as you can see right now, yes, there is paper Bitcoin that is manipulating the price, but the world doesn't understand Bitcoin like we do. And this is why we show up every single day to try to convince people, to try to educate people, to try to entertain people so that they understand what we know, which is Bitcoin is the best money in the world. Bitcoin is the best way to store your value, but from doing what we're going to do. So this is why we show up every day. This is why we continue to spread the signal, because the world needs to understand that Bitcoin is here and Bitcoin will fix this. But hey, you know, the signal spreads slow, but the signal is spreading, and it is our meme world and everyone else is just living in it. Anyways, guys, unless TC, you want to add some more, let's get into this culture segment and we can talk about your cool project, bro.
Let's go.
Let's go.
The Daily Culture.
Brought to you by SwanBitcoin.com. Swan is the best way to build your Bitcoin stack with automated Bitcoin savings plans and instant purchases, serving clients of any size from $10 to $10 million. We love Swan because they incentivize self-custody and dollar cost averaging. What are you waiting for? Visit SwanBitcoin.com today.
Beautiful, beautiful. All right, guys. So I'm going to let TC do the shill on this. It's not even a shill. I think this is a really cool project, and we were going to, you know, bring him on and talk about this today. So we're going to continue to talk about this, but I saw TC at Pacific Bitcoin Conference, and he's like, bro, when can I come on Simply Bitcoin and talk about this project that I'm building? I'm so hyped on it. I want people to hear about it. And I'm like, yo, let's come on tomorrow. And he's like, no, wait, hold on. I need a couple of days to polish it up and put some more bells and whistles on it. So without further ado, TC, explain to the people what your project is, and then I can go over here and show some of the cool stuff going on. So TC, the floor is yours.
Thank you, Opti. Yeah, I literally launched this thing the day before I flew to Santa Monica for the Pacific Bitcoin Conference. So this thing is really new. I am still building in some core features. I am still fixing bugs as I find them and improving the presentation. But essentially, to back all the way out, the concept for this really originated with me wanting to know what block height my kid was born at. And I went to some of the resources that I normally use on a daily basis. And I found that seeking out that block height based on a date and time was really difficult to do. And it was a little bit clumsy. And that was when I started thinking about, wow, there should be some kind of interface that makes this a little bit easier. Another way to think of the conception of this thing is, and I'm sorry, I have a funny little thing that I say here, but basically it's like, you know, mempool.space goes out on a date with a block clock and they get drunk, and next thing you know, here's the offspring. That's kind of the concept for this thing, is that it's real-time live streaming data. And in fact, the 99% of the data that's on here is coming from mempool's API. But this little interface here just displays that information in you know, the way that I envisioned it, which is basically similar to a block clock in the sense that that big number in the middle, that's the block height. And then I came up with the idea of these rings. The orange ring is the block height, but counting down to the next halving. So when the little indicator, which has the number of blocks remaining to the next halving right on it, when that reaches a 12 o'clock position, that's the halving. The red circle is the same thing, but for the difficulty adjustment. So that orange circle is going to take 4 years, roughly, you know, 210,000 blocks to get all the way around. And the red circle takes roughly 2 weeks, 2016 blocks to get all the way around. And so this is kind of a visual way that you can see the progress of Bitcoin's time chain in a really graphical, easy on the eyes kind of way. Now, what's neat is that you can grab that little orange slider at the bottom and you can slide it back in time, and you can scroll to previous blocks. If you let go, you'll see the date and time and some other information about that block. You'll also notice that the information in the upper left corner changes, where you see the epoch, the subsidy, and the issued supply change based on you scrolling back. So what this really is a sort of powerful lookup tool for information about past blocks. And I am going to be adding a lot more stuff tied to the past blocks as I continue to work on this thing. It's also kind of serving as a calendar. You'll notice at the very top of the interface, it's telling you good morning, and it's got a whole bunch of different messages. You should see a different one each day. But it's also going to tell you, hey, today's Bitcoin Pizza Day, or hey, today's White Paper Day, or today's Hal Finney running day. And basically, this is going to be kind of like a calendar that just you can put it up on a browser screen. You can stick it on a smart TV or in a frame up on the wall, and it just at a glance you should be able to kind of get a feel for what today means as far as Bitcoin, and then also get a feel for what's happening on chain. That little section right below the block height is all mempool data that shows you the current fee rate by priority, shows you how many transactions are in the mempool, shows you how many blocks those mempool transactions would equate to. And you can use that information to pretty much see, is it a good time for me to do my on-chain transaction right now? Is it expensive and I should probably wait until later? It's meant to just kind of give you that at a glance. So that's the story. That's what I created here. This thing is on the web. It's live at timechaincalendar.com. You can view it on a desktop. You can view it on mobile. It kind of changes its layout for a small screen when you're on a mobile phone. And it's totally just a free resource for the plebs. And I'm going to continue adding more features, adding more data that it shows, and refining the presentation to make it more engaging and enjoyable to use.
Let's go. This is awesome, dude. This is absolutely cool. First and foremost, Bitcoiners are building in the bear market. Don't let people convince you otherwise. Bitcoiners are doing awesome, awesome stuff. But first, I see a few people in the chat. We got Opti super secret girly farts. TC, make mechanical/digital versions of this and I will buy. Is that on the horizon?
So, I mentioned that this was inspired by the block clock. I'm not trying to reinvent the block clock. I don't see this necessarily turning into hardware. It's going to remain software and web-based for now, but I do have plans to make it into a little widget that you could install on any website or web app. I also would like to turn it into like a little smartwatch face. A lot of people have asked, that would make a cool Apple Watch face, and would you do that? And I'm totally open to doing that. I'd love to make an Android and an iOS app. But once again, Opti, I'm one person here. Like, this thing's only existed for barely 2 weeks, and this is just me plugging away and building this out. So for now, it's really a web thing. But in a couple months from now, who knows? I do plan on kind of porting it to some other platforms to make it accessible everywhere that it can be. So that's what I would say to that question.
Awesome. Yeah, people are also asking, and you already mentioned it, when phone app. So that's on the horizon, guys.
Well,
we'll
you
definitely
can,
get
Opti,
it for you.
You can pull it up on the phone. You just use your browser on your phone, and you go to timechaincalendar.com, and voila, there it is. That's the beauty of the web, is that this is accessible to any web browser. And guys, you have a web browser on your phone, so just go ahead and use it. There's another neat little thing. This is called a progressive web app. And what that means is there's some special features that kind of allow it to behave a little bit more like a native app. So if you do pull it up in your smartphone's browser, there's a way to add it to your home screen. I think that's actually what the little link is called. It's not like bookmark, it's actually add to home screen. And if you do that, you're going to see a little app icon for it show up on your home screen. And now you just go to it from that app icon and it takes up the whole screen beautifully. You don't have the little browser URL bar in your view. And so that's kind of a way that people can start, using it, make it feel like an app on the phone, even though I don't have the native apps ready to go yet.
Amazing. We have one more question by Opti Super Secret Girly Farts. He has, is this open source? He will try to build a mechanical version. So is this open source, or is this is there like a GitHub page for this, or what's going on behind the scenes?
Great question. So one of my big milestones is to open source this. So it is not currently open sourced, but my plan is in the next couple weeks, probably by the end of this year, I'd like to open source it. And at that point, I'm going to have, some issues that I have, features and things that, if people want to jump in and participate and contribute. And of course, if anyone wants to, make a PR and suggest a change or a feature, they're welcome to. And of course, also when it's open sourced, anyone's welcome to grab the code and, make a fork and do whatever they want with it. So yes, that's absolutely in my plans, is to make this open source. And yeah, hell yeah, let's go.
Awesome. All right, one more question, and then we'll move on to your guys' favorite portion of the show, the meme review. This is by our boy Planet Earth. He says, "Can I run for my own node?" I'm guessing that'll be on the timeline soon enough once it's open sourced.
Yeah, absolutely. Another major thing that I've thought a lot about. I run my own node as well, and I absolutely have on the roadmap plug it into your own node's data. I've thought about porting the web app into like an Umbrel app. I want to talk to Mechanic over there at Embassy and see if they are interested in putting it in as an installable app. But that's absolutely something that's definitely possible. And I'm excited to do something like that, where basically your node would supply the data instead of it reaching out to mempool.space's node. But yes, that's absolutely something I'm thinking about.
Amazing, bro. This is one of those really cool projects that you love to see your friends building. Anything else you wanna talk about right now before we move on to the meme review? Actually, I have one more question.
You can change Moscow time to cuck bucks too. Hey, you grab the little slider and slide it all the way to the front. Okay, and then click the little settings icon that's down in the bottom right corner.
Okay,
some of these things are not so obvious, but I'm working on it. But click at the little settings icon right above the date, right, and then switch Moscow time to cuck bucks, and there you go. So there's a lot of little kind of fun things to discover. You have to kind of poke around. The other thing I didn't mention too is I told you the concept came from me thinking about what was the block height at a certain date. If you click on either the date or the time, you'll get a little interface where you can set that. So you just clicked on the block height. That's the block height. You can type in any number. Close that. Yeah, go ahead and try that. Just click the little search icon. And now you jump right to that block.
Amazing.
Or scroll back to the current live mode and click on the date. And here you can set a specific date and time and jump right to the block based on your date and time input. So yeah, there's some cool features here. I'm going to continue adding stuff. I'm going to continue refining it. Feel free to blast me with questions or suggestions or complaints. There is actually, that's what I should say. There's a separate Twitter account, which is TimeChain Cal, which is the name is TimeChain Calendar. The handle is TimeChain CA and that is going to be the Twitter account for this project. So blast that account with DMs, any suggestions, complaints, comments, whatever you got. This is like by pleb for the plebs, and I want to keep it that way. Anything you guys want to say, I'm open to the feedback.
Awesome, bro. Everyone is loving it in the chat. I don't know if you see these messages, but everyone's saying, well done, beautiful, awesome job, perfection. So, bro, I our friends out there, the Bitcoiners, the Bitcoin plebs, they absolutely love this. So this is why we want to bring a TC on, so that we can continue to spread the signal. And guys, this is actually one of those really cool websites that you can just send to your normie friends, so that they can learn why we do what we do. They can try to understand what is going on with the time chain.
Ooh.
And I love that you called it time chain as well. Jump
Yeah,
in, TC. What else you got?
You just made me think of it. So click on the little settings icon again, and in that little window, there's a section called terminology. And I try to put every sort of key term that I use on the site in here with a little explanation. So this is also meant to be an educational resource, so that a normie friend of yours, or maybe a Bitcoiner that's early in their journey, can start to better understand these concepts and know what they're looking at when they look at this app. And they then have a framework to understand the information that it's displaying. And as far as time chain, bro, that's what it is. It's a time chain. It wasn't called a blockchain in the white paper, bro. It was called a time chain. There's some major authoritative chronology that's established by this time stamping system that Bitcoin uses, and that's why it's a time chain. So we can scrub the word blockchain from our vocabulary, just like crypto and these other nasty words that just don't belong around the sanctity of Bitcoin. It's a time chain, so that's why it's a time chain calendar. Yeah,
absolutely love it, TC. The people got to know there's Bitcoin. And fuck your blockchain. It is the time chain, guys. Come on, let's get the right vernacular out here so people understand what is going on. It is a time chain. This is why we say Bitcoin is true, because it is putting transactions in order via the time chain, like TC made this website name. Man, absolutely epic stuff, TC. I'm glad that we waited a little bit for you to get all the little kinks ironed out. And we'll have to bring you back in another day once you have more sauce added to the time chain calendar. Guys, for everyone listening in the spaces, this is timechaincalendar.com. Definitely go check it out. We'll plug it a little more in the spaces after the show. But this is one of these awesome resources by Bitcoiners for Bitcoiners. And this is why we tell you guys, hold on, I have it over here. Shouts out to Becca.
I am building.
TC is building. Continue to build the products that you want to see out there, guys. If you can do it so that other people know why we do what we do, and continue to go down the Bitcoin rabbit hole. So anyways, let's get on to the favorite portion of the show. This is a little edited version of our usual show, guys. Obviously, I didn't prepare Nico's new segment. We were ready for the show, but someone sabotaged his internet, and he told me he would send me a picture of it, but he's probably too busy trying to get it back up and running. Anyways, let's get into the meme review.
The Daily Meme Review.
Brought to you by Kaboom Racks. I get this question all the time. Nico, where should I buy Bitcoin miners? The answer is Kaboom Racks. It's the best place to buy Bitcoin miners. That's where you're going to find the best deals and the best prices. Start your mining utopia today. To check out their racks, you got to go to t.me/Kaboom Racks. Join their Telegram group and start your mining journey today. Kaboom Racks.
Beautiful. Well, Kaboom Racks. Even when Nico's not here, you guys still get him on the show. All right, this first one, guys, you already know. This is the meme review. Favorite part of the show. Tweets are the bullets and memes are the artillery. You guys are on the front lines of this information war, and you guys need to continue to spread that signal, continue to spread the truth, continue to get the calls of action, so that people know what is going on and they can get the signal. And this first one, guys, oh wait, before I get on, remember to drop your meme review score in the chat so that we can cover it at the end of the meme review score. This first one, this is the first thing I woke up to this morning. Shouts out to Mr. Roba, aka the Bitcoin Doctor. And honestly, I had to bring this one on just because dude, like Come on, bro. Never once in my life thought that I would be in a Pixar version of me. So shouts out to you, Mr. Robot, and shouts out to the Mid-Journey AI algorithms that, you know, made me look like this. I never knew my nose was this big, but hey, at least I'm not whatever Nico is over here. I don't know what that is, but
Dude, I'm dying over here.
amazing, absolutely amazing. I know it's not a normal meme, guys, but this is just hilarious. I have to add it to the meme review score. This next one, shouts out to the Bitcoin therapist, and he goes, how to lose your Bitcoin 101, the 2022 meme collection. And we got Terra, Galaxy, Three Arrows Capital, Celsius, FTX, BlockFi, Voyager, Genesis, and GBTC. Guys, we tell you every single day, take your Bitcoin into self-custody, and you can avoid the wreckage that we've seen all year long because people aren't taking that fundamental Bitcoin truth of taking your Bitcoin into self-custody. The revolution is self-custody. Get a wallet that you control. We name all the ones that we like all the time. You know, there's Pine, there's Breeze, there's Moon, there's Wallet of Satoshi, there's Blue Wallet, there's Sparrow, Spectre, Bitcoin Core for all you, you know, Bitcoin Core maxis out there. There's Electrum. Or if you want a hardware wallet, there's Cold Card, Seed Signer, and one of our sponsors, Bitbox. Like, guys, these are the tools you need to use. Make sure you have those words, 12 to 24 words written down. Take your Bitcoin into self-custody, because if you don't, these exchanges, these lenders are rehypothecating your Bitcoin. And this is the fundamental problem that we are dealing with right now, is the fact that you are giving up your keys. As a wise man once said, if you don't want someone to run away with your Bitcoin, don't give them your Bitcoin. Anyways, this next one is by Blockgraze. And I think this guy was the yield. But anyways, this is the Bart Simpson meme where everyone looks back at Bart and they go, Bart, say it again, say it again. And Bart goes, I was the yield. Yes, guys. Again, we don't like to kick a horse while it's down. We understand that there's a lot of people that got wrecked right now this last year that have just got wrecked by FTX. But, you know, I think the only way that humans really learn is by putting their hand on the stove. And so if you ended up being the yield right now, do not get pushed away from the Bitcoin scene. Double down on your Bitcoin only education and stack sats and take that Bitcoin into cold storage, into a wallet that you control, like the ones that I just named. And I'm only telling you guys this because I didn't get messed up as the yield in my noob days, but in 2017, 2018, I got wrecked in shitcoins. And the only saving grace of that time was that I doubled down on my Bitcoin only education. And here I am 5 years later, and I continue to stack sats. I continue to realize that this monetary revolution, the peaceful revolution of Bitcoin, is the way, and we are here to fix the money so we can fix the world. This next one, since I already added one Mid-Journey AI, I saw this yesterday. Shouts out to Steve Barber. And he goes, I don't mind this interpretation of Satoshi Nakamoto by Mid-Journey AI. I really need to get on this Mid-Journey AI, artificial intelligence art vibe, because this stuff is looking really cool. I don't know exactly how to do it. So Mr. Robot, maybe you got to hit me in the DM so I can figure out exactly how to do this stuff. But check out this picture of the AI recreation of Satoshi Nakamoto. I think it's pretty badass. Anyways, this next one, Corey Clipston posted this one, but I don't think this is his meme. But anyways, he goes, hey, at least we're getting some new memes out of the crypto collapse. And we got the two biggest scammers in recent history, the Ponzi King SBF and the Long Kong Prince Vitalik himself. Amazing. I think this is one that we all need to save and continue to spread that signal, because I think people are going to soon get this message. And again, on that vein of what we saw FTX do to their customers' funds, we got memeing Bitcoin. He goes, FTX did not, it's a quote, FTX did not have enough money to pay their customers and was running a fractional reserve system. And then we got banks, so we got the teddy bear looking sideways like, uh-oh. And they got the money printer continuing to print money. If you understand how banks work, guys, they run on fractional reserve. And TC, if I'm not mistaken, aren't they on like zero reserve fractional reserve banking at this point? They don't even have to have any reserves at this point. This is the world we live in.
Don't say that too loud. You might give a normie a heart attack. Yeah, they've been on zero reserve requirements basically since the whole lockdown
Amazing.
thing in 2020 happened.
Amazing. Anyways, this last one, shouts out to our boy Bitcoin Morpheus, and he goes, they are economic demons, hopelessly dependent on the system. They will fight Bitcoin to protect the fiat matrix. Guys, and it's using the matrix meme. We tell you this every single day. What's the meme or the saying? Those who are hopelessly dependent on the system will fight the system, will fight Bitcoin tooth and nail. And they don't even know that they have Stockholm syndrome, guys. This is why it is so difficult to get people to become orange pilled, because they're so hopelessly dependent on the system that they can't look outside of that system and realize that they are getting wrecked, and they're continuing to push that system into the future. Vote with your money, opt out of the system, take Bitcoin in the cold self-custody, in the cold storage, write down those 12 to 24 words, provide the value, and save in Bitcoin. This is the fundamental truth of everything we're trying to do here, guys. But for my meme review score, and of course, drop your meme review score in the chat so that we can cover it by the end of the show. Check out this sticker I got when I was in El Salvador, Bitcoin El Salvador. Shouts out to everyone down in El Zonte. Can't wait to get back into the beautiful, beautiful ocean down there. TC, what is your meme review score?
My meme review score, wow, those memes were truth. Those memes were fire. I give those memes an upward double-digit difficulty adjustment.
Oof. Yes. Yeah. It's getting, look, I said this in the chat to some friends earlier this morning. It's been a bloody bear market out there, but Bitcoiners continue to stack sats. The hash rate continues to go up. If you can survive this bear market, you will see the glory land of number go up. So continue to educate yourself, continue to spread the signal, continue to make the memes, guys, because nothing's fundamentally changed as a Bitcoiner. Yes, Bitcoin crash, but the value of Bitcoin has never been higher, in my opinion.
It's going to crash.
It's going to crash upwards forever. Crashing upwards since 2009. Amazing. All right, guys. So we got a few meme review scores in the chat. We got Frank Arn. He goes, I give this meme one Nico raging alone in the dark. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. You should have heard him before I started the show. We're like, yo, what are we doing today? He's like, just continue it. We'll do the news tomorrow. Anyways, this next one is from our friend Bitcoin Becca, and she goes, I give these memes an unemployment check. Yes. Let's go. Okay. This next one by my boy, Opti Super Secret Girly Farts. Score, quietly ripping a womanly fart and blaming the nearest. Where do you get these names, bro? Oh my God. Amazing. All right, this next one, Bitcoin for Canadians. I score these memes a new hardware wallet for Christmas. Yes, yes, yes. This is the time. Actually, on that point, before I get into the outro, guys, let me get this up for you guys. We want to tell you guys that Bitbox is having a Black Friday sale right now, guys. So if you go to their shop, you can get Bitbox Black Friday sale bundle. And this is going on from Tuesday, today, November 22nd, till Monday, the 28th, November 2022. And so there's two special deals. You can get the Black Friday bundle, as you see here, or you can get 10% off everything. And this is on all Bitbox products. So check it out, guys. If you've been on the fence, you can get yourself some Bitbox hardware wallets. It's so easy. Your mother can use it. Shouts out to the people over at Big Box. Let's see. So What is, oh yeah, there's one more thing that we do here. And we do have a software update for you guys today. So let's get to that and we'll roll this strange episode out. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this one, but here we go.
Bitcoin software release.
Brought to you by CypherSafe. Don't be that person that loses their Bitcoin seed due to fire damage, water damage, dog attacks. Back up your generational Bitcoin wealth on steel, and there's no better place to do it than the Cypher Grid by CypherSafe. And now check out their new Bitcoin art, the Bitcoin Rulux triangle, only on cyphersafe.io.
Beautiful, beautiful, guys. So as you can see on the YouTube screen, Code Card released an update, not for the MK4, but for the MK3. So if you're still on the MK3, they released an update. So version 4.1.7 was released November 14th, last week, and they upgraded a bug fix. So upgrades to 4.1.6 version using an SD card did not work due to an obscure alignment bug, but USB upgrade did work, and so they released a workaround for it, and no other changes. But hey, if you have a Cold Card MK3 and you haven't bought yourself an MK4, make sure you update that firmware so that you got that new guys, that new out there. All right, guys. Of course, today's episode's been a little different, but hey, the show don't stop. We wanted to make sure we still got you guys some content out there. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this. It's a little different than usual. I know Nico's usually the guy holding it all down. But hey, at least you guys can troll me in the chat all day. I'm here for it. I'm here for it. And we we just lost TC, but before we go on, check out our sponsor, Represent Ltd. They have that Simply Bitcoin merch out there, guys. I hope you guys are getting it before it disappears, because they're like the supreme of Bitcoin out here. They are not going to make more of it. This batch, when it's gone, it's gone. And I know you've seen some of that merch, guys. It's pretty litty out there. Anyways, let me bring TC back in here. TC, thanks for showing up, bro. I know this episode's a little different than usual, but at least the Bitcoiners, the plebs out there, can see timechaincalendar.com. So plug what your Twitter is, and if you have any other websites that you like people to check out, let's do that right now.
Yeah, man. Hey, I want to thank you and Nico for having me on. Bummed we didn't get to, party with Nico today. Hopefully next time. Yeah, I'm on Twitter at meditation_man. The account is TC. That's me. I created a second Twitter account for Time Chain Calendar, and the handle is Time Chain, capital C, A, capital L. And that one is basically going to be devoted to making announcements about new features and updates and stuff like that on the Time Chain Calendar. So yeah, man, come find me on Twitter. Pull up timechaincalendar.com on your browser. There's no ads, there's no tracking, there's no server even. If you make a little preference and say you want to see Cuck Bucks instead of Moscow time, that's all saved on your browser. There's no back end to this. So this is a purely client-side thing for people to use and enjoy. So thanks very much for having me on, man. This was a lot of fun.
Well, we do what we do. And of course, TC, just hang out behind the scenes. Actually, just join us in the spaces. I can't do the behind the scenes right now, but join us in the spaces and we'll continue the conversation over there. But guys, you already know, go check out Simply Bitcoin Unfiltered. We are dropping all kinds of sauce. I was going to cover one of those articles that we dropped, but I'm going to cover it tomorrow, hopefully, because our boy Base Money Tech just dropped some heat, and I read it this morning and I was like, yo, this is the type of energy we need to cover. This is the type of energy I needed this morning. So again, guys, go to simplybitcoin.news. We're dropping all kinds of articles over there. And this is really to keep you guys on the mission. You Bitcoiners out there, to stay on the mission, and also try to spread it out to people that still read. I know most people don't read and they like to watch the YouTube show, but hey, some people still read out there. And then of course, guys, join the Simply Bitcoin Telegram group, t.me/simplybitcoin channel, and you can go hang out with the 500 savage Bitcoiners in there that are just, it's crazy in there, guys. Tag me in memes in there. or tag me on Twitter and I'll get them on the show for you guys. Again, I think I missed a portion of this part, but we are on Anchor, Spotify, Apple, and we are on the Value for Value Economy on Fountain. So we appreciate everyone sending us sat. We appreciate the clips. Again, we'll bring up the comments on Friday. I'll make sure I have them on Friday for you guys. But hey, I know this episode's been a little different than usual, guys, but I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope that we can keep the energy going. We are not going to miss. Oh, actually, I have the picture for you guys before we go. Can you guys see this? There's Nico's internet box. It looks like someone ran it over. All right, guys, join us on Twitter in the spaces. We'll continue the conversation. We'll go a little longer today, considering that this is a weird episode, but come add your 2 sats, guys. We appreciate everyone. We love you guys. And we will see you tomorrow for our full show. Hopefully Nico's internet will be fixed by then. If not, we'll figure something out for you guys. All right, peace out, guys. See you tomorrow.